Good morning. Good morning. It is 6:29. So I'm going to wait for another minute or so and let people who are joining live join. And if you're joining later today, perfect. So just taking a few moments to get settled. Bolster, mat, pillow, blanket, whatever is going to make you comfortable. We're mostly seated on the mat today, and for the most part, you could even do a lot of this from your bed. So, once you see how today goes, you'll have a lot more choice later on. But we're going to start seated. If you want to go ahead and have a seat. Hopefully sound and light and everything is good, that you guys can give me feedback on that. All right. Okay. So my name's Beth. And if you've never practiced with me before, welcome and thank you so much for trusting me, for devoting this time to yourself. And I'm hoping this is a really beautiful start of something for you. And I just want to say, however you're arriving today is perfect. And that's part of this practice, is knowing that what we bring is always enough and always exactly what's required. So it's part of the practice, all right? We're going to be practicing the same kriya for the next 11 days. And so what that means is I'm going to do a few different initial exercises to get us warmed up and started, but then you'll find that core set of things we're doing is going to be the same. And what's going to happen over those days is you're going to deepen into this practice. And so what I want today to really be is just very much observe. Just be in this place of seeing yourself for the first time and being in your own experience without judgment, right? Seeing yourself as this interesting and never before seen thing, right? And so just observing. So we're going to start with some left nostril breathing, all right? So in your seated position, I want to say too, always make yourself comfortable. So if seated on the ground is not comfortable, get a little elevation, take some pressure off your knees and things, okay? You're going to take your right hand and you're going to plug your right nostril, all right? You're going to take just some regular inhales, all right? Don't change anything about the way that you're breathing. You're going to breathe in through the left nostril, okay? Just full and complete. When you get to the top of that inhale, you're going to fold the fingers over, unplug the right, and breathe out the right nostril, all right? You get to the bottom of your exhale, you're going to plug the left again, inhale through the left. You get to the top of that inhale, fold that finger over, exhale out the right. Now, as you continue to breathe here, if closing the eyes down is comfortable for you, go ahead and close the eyes down. You're going to bring your focus right between your eyebrows as you're breathing in through the left nostril and out through the right nostril. You're bringing your focus to that third eye space right between your eyebrows. And what that's going to do is it's going to help you tune inward. Just keep breathing here for a few moments, in through the left, out through the right. Relaxing your jaw. Starting to come into center. As you inhale, you can imagine drawing all of your energy back into yourself, back into your center. Keeping that focus at your third eye space, keep calling it back there. Drawing yourself inward, inward, inward. Continue to relax that jaw. Just a few more moments here. Full, complete breaths. One more cycle of breath here. On that last exhale, let that exhale be full and complete. And then at the bottom of that exhale, you just relax the hand down and just hold that exhale out for just a moment. Don't force. When you need to take your next inhale, go ahead and breathe in. Beautiful. And exhale fully. Nice job. Okay, we're going to come to all fours. And this may be one of the ones that would be a little hard to do from your bed, but we're going to do some cat-cows. Cat-cows are excellent for your whole spine, your system. It's moving lots of fluid, cerebral spinal fluid. It's energizing, and it's also kind of releasing, detoxifying. So you're going to come to all fours, okay? You're going to put your hands under your shoulders, so stacking those joints, and knees are under hips. Now what we're going to do here as we're moving, okay, you're going to dip yourself into cow. You're going to let your belly drop, and your head is just going to come back as far as is comfortable for you, okay? That third eye focus, if that's working for you today, if it feels good, you like it, you're going to close the eyes down, hold that focus at your third eye. The other thing I want you to lightly think about here is drawing up from the very base of your spine. So if you could find the muscles at the base of your spine and draw them up as you're moving, it's going to help you circulate that energy upward, all right? So you're going to move with your breath. You're going to inhale into cow, and you're going to exhale into cat. Now on that exhale, let your belly button travel back towards your spine so you get a full, complete exhale. Now just moving nice and slow here, keeping that focus at your third eye, drawing that energy up with that pelvic floor engagement, and you're moving with your rhythm, with your breath. So I want you to start out a little bit slower as you're waking up the spine. And in just a few moments, I'll encourage you to just find a little bit quicker speed, and that's completely subjective, all right? Being in your experience, being with yourself here, noticing thoughts, noticing movement, noticing sensation. Your mind's only job here is to be in the space of the observer. It's the only job. All right, for the next few moments here, if you want to bring a little bit more speed, a little bit more energy to this, you're going to inhale and exhale. Make that breath powerful. Stay relaxed through the jaw. Keep drawing up from the base. You've got about 10 seconds here. Stay with yourself. Stay with the movement. Take an inhale. You're going to hold, draw up from the base. Pull your belly button up towards your spine. Hold it, hold it. Exhale, you're going to sit back into your heels, into rock pose. If rock pose is not comfortable, you can put a pillow or a blanket or something underneath, okay? But here, I just want you to let those hands slide forward. I'm going to draw up through that spine. Find that third eye focus if that's for you, and just breathe here, center yourself. Draw yourself into your center. Notice your energy shifting. Beautiful work. All right, we're still kind of in this warm-up phase a little bit, getting that energy moving through your system, connecting to that central line, right? So what I want you to do here, you're going to inhale and let your chest come forward. You're going to exhale and let that chest come back, your shoulders wrap around, all right? So the focus here is in this heart space. And I want you to be gentle, okay? Inhaling forward, exhaling back. That head is going to stay level this time. Again, you're drawing up lightly from the pelvic floor, and that third eye focus is going to help you keep drawing that energy up. Good. I meant to say this earlier. A lot of this nostril breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. If you can't do that today because you've got congestion or a cold, feel free to use your mouth breath. But that nostril breathing is very calming. It activates that parasympathetic nervous system. So having some tissue nearby a lot of times is really helpful. Inhale, exhale. Let that belly button travel back as you exhale. Let the exhale be full and complete. A few more moments here if you want to speed it up at all and bring a little more energy, but continue to be gentle with that heart space. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, take an inhale. Lift that chest, shoulders are back. Draw up from the pelvic floor. Belly button is pulling back towards the spine. Feel that energy rise up. Exhale, release. Let those hands slide forward. Again, stack those vertebrae. Feel the length of your spine. Find that third eye focus. Tune inward, connect to your energy. Beautiful job. All right, let me check time because I want to do a really good job staying on track with this time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get the kriya started. We're going to do a little bit shorter times today, and then as we learn the kriya and I don't have to talk as much and you can just go into it, we'll start to extend the time, okay? So again, I want you to think of today as kind of like meeting the exercise and meeting yourself in the exercise. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but it is raining really hard. All right, so I'm going to set our timer for this. All right, this first exercise, the kriya that we're doing is excellent for releasing, building stability, strength in your nervous system, and it's really good for opening your heart and creating resilience in your heart. Okay, so that's kind of what the design of this is. And this first exercise is for your root chakra, and it's all about stability. It's all about feeling grounded, feeling secure, feeling safe. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take your hands, you're going to lace your fingers, and you're going to connect your thumbs, just like this, the pads of your thumbs, all right? And you're gonna put that mudra into your lap, all right? And you're seated, you can be propped up on a bolster or a pillow, you can be seated on a chair, it doesn't matter, all right? So we're seated here. Now, what we're gonna be doing is we're going to be drawing that breath, we're gonna be drawing that breath in through your nose, okay? And then out through your nose, okay? And you are going to be, you're going to be drawing up from the base of your spine. I'm confusing exercises. This one has a mantra too. And this one I want to explain a little bit. The mantra is God and me and God are one. Now, I want to say, if God connotation that you're not comfortable with, you can turn that into whatever is your inner truth. Okay, so I want you to know that. So I'm going to be saying God and me and God are one, but you could say source, divine light, whatever that truth in your heart, because these practices are all about your truth in your heart and coming to your center. Okay, and the other thing I want to say about this mantra is, it's not that we're saying we are God. We are saying that connection to the divine is in us, right? And that's what we're connecting to. Okay, so get those fingers. You're going to connect your thumb. Don't worry about the breath because you're going to have your mantra. You're going to close your eyes down, find the third eye gaze. You're going to draw up from the root. Okay, so pull up at the base of your spine, pull back at your belly button. Okay, so it's nice and strong at that base. All right, here we go. God and me and God are one. 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 Keep pulling up. God and me and God are one. God and me and God are one. God and me and God are one. Keep that focus at your third eye. Keep pulling up. God and me and God are one. 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 Take an inhale here, hold at the top. Draw up from the base of your spine, pull back at your belly button, let that energy rise. Exhale, release. You're going to take your fingers, or your pointer finger and your thumb, you're going to connect them, okay, just like that. Turn your hands over and place them on your knees. Sit up nice and tall, close those eyes down, find that third eye focus. Again, connect to your energy. Tune inward and just notice. Relaxing those shoulders, relaxing that jaw. Beautiful job. All right, next exercise. So this one, I think it was the one I was thinking about last time. All right, so we're going to keep the fingers just like that. So your mudra is going to be Gyan mudra, just what you had, pointer finger and thumb, flipped over at your knees, okay? You're going to inhale fully. You're going to exhale slowly, completely. At the bottom of your exhale, you're going to hold the breath out, all right? Now, don't force. We're not, nervous system regulation is never about force, okay? It's about your body feeling safe, and we do that with the breath, okay? So hold it out as long as it's comfortable. As you're holding it out, and this is the fun part, you're going to be pumping your navel. And what that means is like you're pulling your belly in, okay? Takes a little bit of thought. You'll get better at it. Your brain will probably do a little bit of like, I'm doing this wrong for a minute. It's okay. We're going to get it. All right, so inhale. Exhale fully, hold out as long as you can. While you're holding the exhale, you're gonna pull your belly button back, right? You're like pumping your belly. All right, I'm gonna go for about a minute here, okay? You can close the eye down if that feels good. Go ahead, start your inhale. Exhale completely. And at the bottom of the exhale, pull that belly button back. Just as many times as you can, and then take your next inhale. Full exhale. And you're pumping at that navel. That navel is where your fire lives. It's your digestive fire. It's that internal fire. So that's your navel pump. Lots of energy here and lots of ability to digest here. Okay, inhaling again. So you're strengthening that fire, controlling your inner fire. Learning to control that navel pump is giving you control over your energy. All right, last one, inhaling. All right, and then just one final regular inhale all the way to the top, holding for just a moment. Draw up from the base of your spine, pull your belly button back towards your spine, feel that energy rise. When we're doing that, we're trying to really just squeeze that energy up the spine, up the spine, up the spine. Exhale when you need to. And then just sit in your energy, notice. Notice where you feel expansion and space. Notice where you feel movement. Notice thoughts that want to float through. Whatever they might be, whatever emotions might be, just notice, notice, notice. All right, we have one more, and then we have our tiny little meditation at the end. I'm doing okay on time. I'll be better. All right, you're gonna take your left hand and you're gonna put it behind your back like you're reaching towards your right shoulder blade. All right, do not hurt yourself here. I know lots of tender shoulders, so whatever works for you. If just behind the back and not up at all, whatever it is, we're trying to kind of open up through the heart space, right? And the heart is more towards the left side, okay? So that's the idea of this one. Your right hand is going to be still with that pointer finger, thumb together, flipped over at your knee, okay? This is just a complete inhale, complete exhale. At the bottom of the exhale, hold out and pull up from the base of your spine and back at your belly button. Then when you need to breathe in again, breathe in again. All right, here we go. Closing the eyes down if that feels good. Complete inhale. Complete exhale. Hold the exhale out at the bottom. Draw up from the base of the spine. Pull back at your belly button. When you need to inhale again, inhale again. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the shoulders. Finding that space between effort and ease. You're bringing your intention, you're bringing your effort, but you're not forcing, you're allowing, you're showing up with what you've got, and that's perfect. Take one more inhale here.